Hey guys, what's up? This is Darkling460 here, and I'm going to be playing more Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Today we'll be progressing through this dungeon some more. Snake's Remains, I believe it's called. Up here. Oops. I always called these guys bugs. They just look like bugs. Oops. Wow. They always just look like bugs to me. I just called them bugs. You can use your shield to sort of push them in the hole. I think you can use your sword too, but I just prefer to use my shield. These guys, they always annoy me. I can never figure out how to do this when I was younger, but you need to throw your bombs across and sort of, oops, blow them into the hole or just kill them using the explosion itself. I'm not very good at doing it either way. I'm trying to oh crap. I'm trying to concentrate here, but I'm failing miserably. You sort of have to anticipate their movements, like which way they're gonna go. There we go. And if you do that, you can find this chest with the power bracelet. Hold the button and press D-pad to lift heavy objects. And now, we can lift heavy objects, like the text box said. I just want to fill up on bombs because we're gonna need them. Spoilers. Pardon me if I sound a little bit quiet in this episode. I think it's my new mic. I don't know how to really turn the volume up on it. Well, that didn't work out. Oopsies. I guess we're gonna be, I'll meet you back at that chest. Just hang on a minute. Here we are back at the, shield bug things. There we go. Now we can lift these pots and get the dungeon map. Now we're gonna kill all these enemies, goblins and the ropes, so that we can progress further this way. Again, with this room, you have to kill all the enemies to be able to push the block. And you have to push the block in this room. You can open the door and move on with the dungeon. And here we have these giant sliding traps, I believe they're called. They're not too hard to dodge. And this is the room that's most memorable to me in the entire game. Whenever I think of this game, I think of this room in particular, for whatever reason. But if you hold down the button for the power bracelet, you can push these blue things. And if you get stuck between the blue roller thing and the wall, there's a funny little animation that happens, but I'm not going to show it right now. Maybe I'll show it later. And here we have a gaseous seed. And down here we can continue with the dungeon. Level 2 Snake's Remains. This guy, he will throw you bombs, because in here, we're gonna need them. So let me equip my bombs, and enter. This room, well, I always hated this room as a kid, because I can never do it quick enough. If you don't do this quick enough, the chest will disappear. So, I could never do it quick enough, and then I would ask about a guy for more bombs, and it would end up, I would end up having no more rupees. And so I would sort of, like, have to grind outside with the bushes for more bombs, which always, you know, sucks, having to grind, because you can't progress. But that room, I never liked that room. Also, you can pick up these little Koopa shells with the power bracelet. I always thought they were like shells or Koopa shells when I was a kid. There's a lot of weird things that I thought when I was a kid. Alright, next we go in here and we can find some more cracked blocks, which we can throw a bomb at and progress further. And here we have another staircase. And here's another one of those side-scrolling segments. I didn't really mention this in the second episode, I think it was, but there was a room with the dungeon item, which was the seed satchel. And there was a little side-scrolling segment like this. Little Mario Bros. Segment. Something like that. Anyway, I guess we'll go collect this chest. Within it is 10 rupees. And here we are at about the midpoint of the dungeon, you could say. You need a key to go in here, and you also are going to want some bombs. Don't worry if you don't have very many, though. Just walk around. There he is. Wait. But this guy, you have to throw bombs at his face. Which isn't always the most fun thing to do. It's not the funnest thing to get done to you either. I can't imagine getting bombs thrown at my face. Can you? Like actual PN's ears. Oh, that was not a very hard boss, but he can be tricky if you don't have enough bombs. Because he does have a little move segment. I didn't get to show it. But he can spit out these little spiders, and you can get bombs from them. I think that's their only drop, unless they also drop hearts. These are Pole's voices. Usually you're supposed to kill them with sound, but I don't think we have any form of... Well, we do, actually. Never mind. If we select the strange flute. Just blowing on that, I think will kill them. But I always use bombs. Down here we have another one of these guys, and this is the room before the boss, but we don't want to go here yet. So now that we've got this door open, we can go down there later. We're nearing the end of this dungeon, believe it or not. So over here we can use that other key. These guys, they can be so helpful, these guys. If you hit them with a boomerang, they turn into fairies. I believe they're called anti-fairies, so that can always be. They can always usually be helpful if you can find them and you're low on hearts. Down here we have a little platforming segment. None too difficult. Oops. The keys can be annoying though, quite frankly. Nobody likes keys. Forever alone, right? And up here we have our final chest, which contains the boss key. And that's really about all of this dungeon. We just have the dungeon boss to fight, which is quite interesting. I think that little owl thing has something that could be also a Zelda 1 reference. This game is just full of Zelda 1 references, at least the first part of it. So let's see what he has to say. When the mouth opens, attack from within. Then superhuman strike. Oh, well, no. But in Zelda 1, there was a part where the old man says, the dongos dislike smoke. I think that's what he said. And here we have a giant Dodongo. He will go. You gotta throw a bomb in his mouth, and then he expands, and you pick it up, and then you throw him in the spikes. Always have a bomb in hand. This boss really isn't that difficult. The only problem you could have is if, like you don't get him quick enough with the bombs. And sometimes it's hard to tell if he's opening his mouth or not. And also he'll do this weird charge attack. Usually it's not that hard to tell whether his mouth is open or not. But it won't take that many shots to get him. Just a couple bombs and a couple throws into the spikes, and we can grab our heart piece and get the second essence of nature. You got the gift of time, an essence of nature. Seeds sprouted, seasons changed with the gift of time. And I think that will be the end of our episode. As soon as great. Make your tree stops talking. Thank you, Link. I too received part of the gift of time. I just dreamt of a school swamp out to the west. Something is afoot there that I can see no more. Home. And he goes back to bed like the lazy oaf he is. So, thank you for watching, and have a good day, I suppose.